Today's episode is brought to you by Lasagna Island. Lasagna Island, get your shirt today.
Oh, Kwesi, James is in the house.
Whoop.
Yes.
What's up, Kwesi? Welcome to the tripod.
Keith, Zach, Wagwan.
Wagwan, Kwesi.
Yeah.
This is Keith said something to me yesterday that I have not been able to shake, which is that Kwesi is who I pretend to be on camera.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Talk about it, Keith.
Well, Zach is a very charismatic person. I want to put that out there. He is. He's very charming.
And if actually we could maybe just stay there for a minute.
We're gonna move past that.
Okay.
But on camera, Zach has this very cool guy attitude, a little bit like more dancey and suave and higher energy in a way that he really isn't. And then when Kwesi's on camera, I'm like, oh, that's what he's doing. He's being Kwesi to the best of his ability.
That is so flattering. Oh my gosh. Well, how about a compliment for me?
Okay.
Zach, you're so talented. You're
This is why we invited Kwesi today.
Yeah.
You're an amazing storyteller. The way you take stories so seriously and
This is the best episode we've ever done.
feeling
This fucking rocks.
the feeling that you put into what is the journey of the viewers is
I can't let you continue. This is too nice.
Welcome to the
start
tripod. We're
episode.
gassing up Zach for the
I
next
can't-
hour.
I can't allow it. It's too lovely.
Now,
It's too
Keith,
sweet.
Yeah,
You-
no, me.
you're so
Well, I
witty.
certainly can't allow that.
Yeah.
You're so witty. And I know you don't like compliments,
Mm.
but take a Kwesi compliment.
Okay, I'll take one.
You're witty. You're so fast with coming up with things. And I think the reason for that is because you're a ultra listener. Like you listen so well and your brain says, put the graphic with the mathematics all over me. That's Keith.
Yeah, when he
Bam,
does the
and he
theme
figures it out.
songs, it's like, where did that come from?
Boom. Now take that compliment. You take that compliment. Let's start the show.
Wow.
Kwesi, I'm so curious. Kwesi is just my favorite energy human. Like when you inject Kwesi into a room, the day gets better and a little more unpredictable.
And Kwesi always greets you with enthusiasm and positivity. And I don't know if I could say that for myself. If I'm like kind of carrying baggage, it's sort of clear. I'll walk in like, hey. But I never know if Kwesi's dealing with something. He'll be like, what's up, Keith? How you doing? And I'm like, I'm good. How are you doing? It's like, not great. And I'm like, oh. It's like, yeah, it's been a hard week. And I'm like, really? Because your enthusiasm is through the roof right now. It doesn't seem like it's been hard, but I appreciate that super because it's always a nice positive burst of energy that I think makes the world around you more positive in that moment as well.
Word.
I don't want to spoil it too much, but the three of us just got to film yesterday together. We were at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. Kwesi, you were so emotional when you saw the animals for the first time. It was
Yeah.
adorable.
Yeah. Specifically the rhinos, I think.
Rhinos.
Yeah, the rhinos.
That was the beginning of our day.
It was
Yeah.
so early.
Yeah. They were just. It was a set of like three of them, right? But they were they were two, like they were sets of two everywhere, and like they were buddies. They eat together, they were walking together, and they were so timid. And I was like, yo, you can hurt me, right? Rhino? Like, you're so huge. And they were like, I don't know you. And I'm just going to stand back. And it was like so beautiful.
It was
Yeah.
really beautiful.
It was great.
What was inspiring about it, about seeing them? Was it just like, wow, this is an old animal?
Like some Lion King type stuff. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like everything the light touches is yours, Simba. You know, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Beautiful.
It was special.
I'm
I'm excited for people to see that.
going to interrupt with, I keep seeing Rainie out of the corner of my eye. You're eating cereal?
no,
No,
I'm
no,
eating
no.
udon soup.
Udon soup,
Full udon.
which
The
is...
second lunch?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I was
saw
hungry
you-
after the first one.
Yeah, I get it. But at first, the way that you were hunched over and just so out of the field of my vision, it looked like you were addressing a problem.
Oh, it was like on my
And
phone.
I was like, well, I better not look at Rainie because I don't want to make her feel
Aw.
more intense that a problem is going on right now. And then eventually I snuck a glance and they're like, oh, she's just
oh, wait,
eating
I'm eating soup.
She's on that udon. Sipping on that udon.
Sipping on the udon.
Living on that udon.
But Kwesi, I want to hear your, okay, so you're on the tripod. We talk about a number of topics a lot. So first and foremost, eggs, how do you eat them and do you like them?
Oh, snap.
That's a big question.
Whoa. Depends on the day, yo. I make scrambled eggs the way Courtney's grandmother makes them. And she passed away, and making Courtney's grandmother's eggs makes me really happy, and it makes her happy. Well, that's the one.
I gotta know.
Yeah.
What is
drop
She puts milk in it.
Yeah.
And then
Oh.
I never did that before.
Oh.
And chops up vegetables and does this little blah, 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 and boom, it looks like, this is Cody's grandmother's
makes
eggs.
them fluffy.
Yeah, it makes them really fluffy,
Yeah, yeah.
and I love it.
Wow.
And it makes her happy. And it's like, my grandmother's eggs. Cool. And then we have a thing called a stand-up at our house, which is boiled eggs, bacon on a croissant. And the reason it's called a stand-up because we stand up and eat it.
So you're like, yo, make me a stand up.
Yes. And it's a boiled egg.
But wait, did you say it's on a croissant?
Yeah, boiled egg, croissant, avocado.
Is it a soft-boiled egg or a hard-boiled egg?
It's a boiled egg.
Is it cooked all the way through?
You know how I cook my eggs, yo.
I don't.
I boil my eggs for 18 minutes.
Oh,
What?
that's right. So
You know
it's
what I mean? Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
overcooked.
Absolutely overcooked. Yeah, yeah. Make
Kwesi
sure
don't
that's
like wet shit.
I don't like wet shit.
He
Yeah.
wants it dry.
Yeah,
If he could have crunchy eggs, he would.
easily.
Wow.
I like runny eggs sometimes. I get fancy on avocado toast.
Yeah.
Runny eggs, little bacon, slurp it all up.
Yep.
Blurb it all up.
Yeah, you know.
Second thing we talk about a lot, farting. Are you fart positive with Courtney?
Very fart positive.
Amen.
I had H. pylori. It made me fart a bunch. If you know about H. pylori, Google it. It makes your fart stink because your food is fermenting in your gut. So I found out I had H. pylori because Courtney's like, enough with the farting. Dude. I used to wake her up.
You're so fart positive that it actually led to a diagnosis.
Yes, and I had it for years. At first, I thought it was funny, like, I'm just farting all the time. This is hilarious, and it stinks. And then I got married, and I found out it wasn't funny.
I want that to be a lesson to everyone at home. If you are holding your farts in, it actually might be standing in between you and the diagnosis you need.
Big time.
Period.
Men's health. We aren't honest about it.
Nope.
We aren't. We need to be more critical. We need to go to the doctor more.
Got to
you know?
fart in front of your friends.
I agree. But it was stinking way too much. Went to the doctor. They told me I had H. pylori. Took a bunch of the medicine. Then they got rid of it. That's like a little drugs.
You know drugs. Zach.
Yeah. It's a lot of anti
You're
blah blah.
sick, right?
You're sick.
you know going to the doctor, right, Zach?
No,
You know what I'm talking about?
Zach. And that make you feel better, Yeah.
It does remind me I have a medicine I need to reorder.
There you go. You know drugs.
Fart positive over here. Yeah, and it's a time and a place to fart.
Have you ever... I'm not sure if I want to ask this question, but I'm
ask
going
this.
to.
Bust it.
Have you ever...
Oh my god.
Have you ever pulled your pants down to fart
All the time.
so that it doesn't get trapped in your clothes?
No, but I think I've sat on the toilet to fart,
Did that too.
Interesting.
which is a similar idea.
Yeah, get it out. Yeah, because the once you're like, if you
I don't know
fart
if this
off
is
it-
true, but my theory was that it must be getting caught in all this fabric.
it makes sense. It's actually physics.
So I went into my room and I just pulled my butt out
You're just farting.
and I tooted.
I respect people who fart in front of me. We're all human.
Wait, Kwesi, you
Yeah.
like when people fart in front of you because you feel like
I'm okay with it. Yeah. It's like
We're on the
yo,
same
I
world
could trust
together.
you now. Yeah, you get to know my social security number because you have nothing to hide.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like don't. I only started feeling like the fart thing like when I got shamed from mostly my wife for the most part. But and when she farts, I give her grace, and she makes a big deal out of it. Like, oh, I'm about to fart. I'm so sorry, and she farts. I'm like, who cares? Let
beautiful.
it burst.
Be like Elsa.
And let it go.
Let it go.
Exactly. Oh God, I just got it. You guys are just so with it.
We spent a lot of time together.
All right, cool.
We spent a lot of time.
Yeah.
There's a thing happening recently where Keith and I will make the same really bad joke at the same time.
With the same like delivery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you're merging.
Either of us on our own should feel deep shame for having thought of that.
Yeah.
Together, we gotta do.
We gotta
You knew
recalibrate.
each other for a really long time.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Really long time. I remember meeting you guys, and I remember really meeting you guys.
Well,
So meeting you guys, BuzzFeed, unscripted, probably the biggest team at the BuzzFeed at the time.
The unscripted team. Yeah.
Yeah, that was huge.
Was it?
Delumpery. It was. I was on one side.
It was
you guys,
actually really. It was really small.
Unscripted was.
I'm just going with it.
It was small.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think
there were like 6 or
bigger
7
than
of us.
scripted.
No,
Scripted
scripted was
There was-
minuscule.
Got
but
Then there was just like a broad general team.
yeah, the general team, I guess of the teams, maybe was the biggest, but it was biggest by like 2 people. Because the unscripted was at its biggest, and I'm counting interns and stuff, was like 8.
All right, copy that.
Yeah.
For the sake of the conversation.
Okay, there was huge. It was a huge team, unbelievably big. You're right. I forgot.
Biggest.
You're my guest. You're right. You crazy. You're right. We were on the biggest team.
The biggest. And then I was like, oh, cool. Boom. Unscripted. Then when I really met you,
Yeah.
I was like talking about music videos, and then you invited me to shoot K-pop festival,
K-Con.
and then that was
I feel like
lit.
when we also like, holy shit, Kwesi's a blast.
yeah,
Kwesi's fun. He was like getting these really cool shots of us, and you were like working.
This is like OG Try Guys fans remember our
It was a
just Korean season.
It was like Korean media, like little sprint. We had 4 episodes.
We did Korean cooking,
Korean dramas,
K-dramas, and
K-pop dancing, and something else with K-pop. Like
I started this story so confidently, and then my brain frazzled
Broke,
as I
yeah.
started. But I remember you on stage when we were doing. We had like an hour to learn all these K-pop, this whole K-pop dance medley, and then perform on the floor of
the convention hall, but on a stage, like there was like this like kind of catwalky stage, and we had barely learned this dance. But then Kwesi's got his gimbal, and he's like getting these sexy cool shots of us walking down and dancing. He's kind of dancing with us because it's the energy of this piece. It's also a 45-second long dance,
yeah,
and there are hundreds of people there,
packed.
Like it was way too many people watching us do this.
it was at least a minute 30. Come on now.
The crowd
Probably
was
not.
the crowd was roaring. It was packed in the space. Yeah,
And it was an incredible moment, but also like we got to work with Kwesi and get to know him really well that day.
Oh.
And we were like, okay, Kwesi rocks.
So we then tried for years to just work with you in any way we could. And so fast forward a couple years later, we were like in the development program at BuzzFeed, which basically meant we came up with a bunch of show ideas that no one let us make.
Yeah.
And I had pitched a travel show that was going to be a Zach and Kwesi buddy show. And
Yeah.
the team wouldn't greenlight it.
I knew nothing about this.
Yeah, you did.
I forgot about this.
There were 2 versions of it, but one was called Day and Night, and I was specifically trying to find places that were one thing during the day and a totally different thing at night.
Yes, now I remember. Yes, yes.
And there were a couple. Honestly, a problem with that show's longevity is that there were not many. But there was like the classic is the nightclub, or this church is the nightclub, right?
Oh, yeah.
So there were places that in the morning they do service, and then at night it is like the raunchiest nightclub you've ever seen. But there were some other weird ones that just had totally different expressions, and I thought the 2 of us, like our energy would be. It was fun. Apparently, I was trying to be him on camera.
You guys did. You did Clown Motel.
Well, that was
years obviously
later.
so many years later, but yeah, it's another thing where you've tried to make a little adventure show.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I was traveling around the world.
Yeah,
on
you were
the
with,
whole
with
thing,
Bring Me.
and
Yeah.
just going to the Olympics and doing Migos videos with Tasty and things like that. Yeah, it just it was a long run. But like I know, like meeting you guys, like it was like BuzzFeed was like it's kind of like high school and college all mixed together.
It was grad school.
Yeah.
I like to think of it as like that was our grad school, but a grad school with a high school energy.
Or like, or I mean, I don't know, a little bit to me, a little bit like SNL, a bit. And I don't know if that's
Maybe.
like the right term because what I did know was walking into the place, because you guys were there before me. It's like, oh, okay, people are gonna leave here and do cool things. I knew that from day one. It's like we have a lot of equipment. There's a bunch of creative people here, and these are the people who are going to do really cool things in entertainment for like my generation, and it's kind of what's happening.
Yeah, there's definitely been a lot of success out of that. First 4 years of BuzzFeed, especially.
And now you fast forward, and we I don't really even remember the dam breaking, but now it's like I can't imagine doing videos without Kwesi James.
That's love. That is love.
Has this ever happened to you? You're trying to plan a vacation, right? But all the places you can go, they have something wrong with them, don't they? They're too far away, they're too expensive, they don't have access to fresh pasta. But what if I told you there is a place that is absolutely perfect? Not close to perfect, actually perfect. Everything is pro, and the only con is that you haven't gone there sooner. I'm talking about a place called Lasagna Island. And it's not just a place, it's the place. The place where the breeze is like a soft wind, where the sun shines like a star, where when you're there, you're nowhere else. Now you might be asking, how do I get there? Well, my friend, that's the beauty of Lasagna Island. You see, you're already there. And if you want your friends, your family, maybe that barista whose name you should know by now, but you don't, if you want them to join you on Lasagna Island, the best way to lead them there is by buying the official Lasagna Island t-shirt, available exclusively at tryguys.com/lasagna. Now, we only made 100 of these shirts because Lasagna Island, it's not that big. Not yet. However, if we sell out all 100, we're going to make more. Go to tryguys.com/lasagna today. That's tryguys.com/lasagna, tryguys.com/lasagna. Lasagna Island. Look at you. You're already there. So we are a family with a child now, and sometimes meal planning, dinner, it can be challenging. It's just a lot of things and it's a lot more headache. And one thing that has really helped us with meal planning is Hungry Root. It's like having your own personal shopper and nutritionist all wrapped into one. They take care of the weekly grocery shopping. They recommend healthy groceries and meals tailored to your tastes, nutrition preferences, and health goals. Becky and I have used Hungry Root a while now. I think it's great as a grocery/meal service kit because the way it works is you get recipes, but instead of giving you the exact portion of the recipes, you get it as groceries. So you can make those recipes, but you'll have leftover things to make other food with. And all of Hungry Root's recipes can be made in just 15 minutes or less, with over 15,000 recipes shipped each week. There is something for every taste and nutrition preference. You're going to love Hungry Root as much as I do. Take advantage of this exclusive offer. For a limited time, get 40% off your first box, plus get a free item in every box for life. Go to hungryroot.com/tripod and use code TRIPOD. That's hungryroot.com/tripod, code TRIPOD to get 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life. hungryroot.com/tripod, code TRIPOD.
That's what's up. I receive that. I'll take that. It's in my pocket.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Which pocket?
Yeah, left one.
Of your pants or
the phone pocket.
Left one to the front left pocket. You know what time it is.
Left.
That's the phone pocket.
The phone pocket.
Nah, phone pocket's on my right.
No
What?
kidding.
You're my money pocket.
Your keys are on
I'm your money pocket?
You're my money
Where are
pocket.
your keys?
Back pocket.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, keys are back pocket.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's in the front pocket
What are
right
you
now 'cause
doing?
I'm sitting down.
Keys are in front right pocket because I'm right-handed.
Where's
So-
your wallet?
My back right pocket.
that's not
fuck up
good.
your posture.
That's not healthy.
Why?
That's not healthy.
That's
because
not healthy.
It'll fuck up your posture.
You going to talk to me about health?
I'm the healthiest person
You
here.
guys talking to me about health?
He fixed his gut. He fixed
Oh, yeah, marshmallow. Yes, gone.
I switched to look at this tiny little wallet. This is
Oh,
Becky's
That
old
is
wallet.
so
Very
cute.
slender.
That's so
How do you
cute.
fit your wads of cash in there?
I currently have no cash, but
This
I'm
is
going to
crazy.
remedy that.
Uh-oh.
I need to go to the bank.
Oh, you don't carry around cash?
No, I
No, he
normally
exclusively carries
do. But
around cash.
I've
Yeah, you
I,
carry
I don't.
cash?
No, I don't fuck with cash.
Yeah,
but
rarely.
I spend the cash because I have cash. Then I run out of cash and I've got to go get more.
What you spending cash on?
Old school.
Weed.
Nice.
Weed
True.
and
True.
tips.
But they let you use a debit card now.
Yeah, I know.
But you like it tradition. What?
Yeah,
Nobody
I
cares
just
about
like
tradition anymore.
I like having cash. Cash solves problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fast.
It does.
It gets you out of a pickle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it gets you can
He
move
keeps saying
faster.
this. I don't know what pickles he's getting himself into.
If someone server drops the bill, or even if they don't drop the bill, and you want to leave, you can make a rough estimate of how much your food costs and leave a tip. I think if it's been clear I've been done for 20 minutes and you have not brought me a check, I'm going to pay. I'm going to do the math, and I'll actually make sure I overpay and tip totally fine. But I'm not going to stay there.
What's the rush?
Let me leave.
Where you going?
Sometimes I have maybe I have a movie to see. Maybe I have plans. Right now, if I'm going out to something, I'm already paying to leave the house.
Babysitter.
Oh.
He's a baby daddy.
He's on
Becky
the
and I's
clock.
date
He's a
night
baby
starts
daddy.
at like, okay, $150 is gone before we've done anything.
Bummer.
So I've got to maximize this time. I need to
feel
go
you.
eat and go do an activity.
Yeah.
And those things also cost money.
Mhm.
But if I don't do two things, then I've wasted too much money. Because like we can't come back early.
Yeah.
Because if we booked it at that time, we're paying for that time.
You're
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
If I get back 90 minutes early, I'm just paying that money for no reason. I don't want to do that.
I think
Yeah.
the only thing for cash at this point is for weed. Yeah, because I don't want to get charged extra for using ATM or
Yeah.
just using my debit card at
Yeah.
the weed store. Yeah, just straight up.
Although
Yeah.
the weed store I went to recently, it was like, oh yeah, well, it's a $5 surcharge to use your debit card, but we'll give you that $5 back. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to tip you that $5
Oh,
Which is brilliant.
Oh,
Really,
yeah.
That's really
to
nice.
guarantee that they get tips because they
Yeah.
should get tips. I fully
Yeah.
think they should get tips. Especially, I like ask them questions. I
Uh-huh.
use my bud tender like a bud tender. I'm like, what do you like? I'm looking for some stuff like this, and I'm like, what do you like? And they'll like, I'll have them show me things.
Yeah.
So like, and then some days I'm in a
Little
hurry,
show and tell.
and I'm like, I need 6 bags of that specific gummy so I don't have to see you in a month. I know exactly which gummy I like for exactly which purpose I want it for, and I'll only ask you questions if we're out.
Okay,
If you're out
Pablo
of what I want.
Escobar.
Yeah.
I see you, man. You're just packing it in.
I like
man.
the
Yeah.
kind that are a little starburst kind.
Yeah, a little Costco run to the weed store.
Those are my least favorite.
Well, I like that they're individually wrapped,
Okay, I get that.
Yeah.
like a
Yeah,
pocket
they get
one.
stuck in my teeth.
They all get stuck in the teeth, except for
No.
your little jellies.
Yeah.
Your little jellies are like barely even jello.
I love my jelly.
They're good though. I like those too.
All right, Kwesi. So we ask every guest 3 questions. So
We do?
certainly do that.
Oh, we do.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, I was like, so- for the audience, like, we do. Sometimes the wrong, I put the wrong emphasis at the sentence.
Okay, do you remember there's an episode of Hannah Montana where they literally did that and they're like, no, it's the cool new thing to say exclamation points as a question mark.
That's really good.
Everybody in the audience knows what I'm talking
Yeah, I
about.
didn't have cable at that point to watch that episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Such a great show.
Kwesi, here are the 3 questions we ask every guest.
1, what's the worst smell?
Gorillas.
Whoa.
We learned this yesterday.
Gorillas.
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 That is an interesting answer.
They smell like so many high school boys who have not showered in 3 days all together.
We were driving by the grills. He's like, well, let's see if we can see them. And we couldn't. They weren't out. And we were not next to the
Oh
fence
my
line. We were
gosh.
away. And then I kind of look over to our camera guy and I'm like, bro, you didn't put on deodorant. Fuck, it's not that hot. And then Rachel kind of looks over Kwesi and is like, bro. And then luckily, thank God, the guide was like, oh, that's the gorilla musts. Because we were all going to have thoughts about, like, it changed the
Like,
way I saw
somebody's
people.
got crazy BO suddenly.
Suddenly,
Whoa.
yeah. Throughout the whole day it was fine.
We
and then
drove into a
suddenly-
BO cloud. And it turns
Oh
out
my
that's
God.
gorilla.
Yeah.
That's just the way, like, and these were young gorillas, like teenage gorillas.
2 teenagers. And it was intense.
It was unbelievable.
Yep. Apparently it's testosterone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were easily 250 feet away from the closest gorilla, if there was a gorilla.
Right, because we didn't see the
And
gorilla.
it smelled like our noses were shoved in an armpit.
Whoa.
Like
Yeah.
shoved in a
Okay.
gnarly armpit.
Ugh. Well,
It was a gnarly smell.
I'm
That was
glad I
rough.
asked that.
Good
tell-
answer.
Thank you.
I'll tell you, we also got to smell tigers later. We like went into the back stage area of the tigers, and that was equally insane.
Oh.
It was insane, but it didn't bother me. And
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's because I have cats. And I wonder if there's a cat, like, you know, how, like people are allergic to cat saliva, not their hair.
Yeah.
So there must be a scent related to it. Also, I think I smelled a fish treat somewhere in there.
There was
a
definitely fish treat,
fishness.
but I think a lot of the smell was tigers spray. They basically out their peepees or vajayjays.
Well, cats do.
and,
the peepees.
and they pee spray, and it's a blast.
Mm.
Yeah, it was like a paintball hitting a wall.
Yeah.
It was like,
Ugh.
Shotgun blast of
Yeah,
piss.
cats are crazy.
Do you think dreams have a deeper meaning?
Oh, good question. Yeah.
Do you think it's like processing, or what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know actually, but I think I'm gonna get deep here. You ready to get deep?
Yeah.
You got
Always.
you got a ladder just in case I come back up?
Okay, I'll throw a rope down with you.
okay.
Okay. Time, I believe I'm gonna get to the point. Time is not real. It's made up.
I've been saying that. Yeah.
Right? So
Okay.
when you dream, your brain doesn't know it's not computing if it's like real or not, or time. It's not time based. It's just something is happening. So like you ever like woke up from you're like, oh, what the hell? Like that's just there. I thought that someone broke into my room in my house, punched me in my stomach, and I just woke up. Right? But I felt it.
Yes, you
Right?
feel
Yeah,
it.
because like it's all
Well, everything's in your brain. All your
all
feelings
is in
are
your brain. Yeah. And we make up these rules for our brain, like time and what is real and what is not. So shit, I forgot the question. But
Dreams.
dreams,
Deeper meaning.
definitely deeper meaning. I just don't understand
What it is.
what it means. But something's happening where you think about something, and
I had a dream Sabrina Carpenter was trying to kiss me, and I told her she couldn't.
because
I'm married.
that's right.
I'm married. Sorry, Sabrina. That can't happen.
Yeah, nope.
I'm married.
Third question, what do you think makes someone a good person?
Oh shit. Grace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, grace. Understanding that humans are humans and everyone deserves grace to a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like the first strike is grace. The second strike is like, I think this person is an asshole.
Yeah.
And then the third one is like, I just don't have to I don't want to communicate with this
Third
person
strikes
anymore.
you're out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like
Baseball
grace.
rules.
Yeah. And it's something that I'm really trying to work on because I have a hard time with like resentment. But like it really affects me mostly.
Oh, yeah.
For the most part. It's kind of like when you have resentment or you something against someone, it's kind of like you're poisoning yourself because they probably don't even
And they don't
know.
even care.
Exactly. So
You'll say these things sometimes, and I'm like, I ain't reading that on you at all.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Same that high energy when he says hello. It's like,
yeah.
how are you doing? Like, I'm having a hard week. I'm like,
Yeah.
you are?
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
There's, I know you've been therapizing.
Yeah, yeah. It's new therapist too.
Oh.
Yeah, and you're liking it.
Dope. She told me some dope shit. Like she was like, which I did know, but I just forgot. She was like, because I've growing up, I felt like ashamed a lot,
Mm.
mostly because like reading and having dyslexia and like both of my brothers being like really gifted people and all that good jazz and a bunch of other shit. Biological father on drugs and all that. And she was like, yo, like you should really be proud of yourself, like how far you made it.
Absolutely.
And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. Because it was always like thinking like, what's the next thing to prove these motherfuckers wrong? It was always that. Like, what is that next thing? How do I prove to them that like they were so wrong about me? You know what I mean? And then she was like, all those things that you built up, you should really be proud about. You should be proud about it. Like you really made it out of a situation that it was once like a fantasy in your head, and now like it manifests into something that was real. So that really hit me hard.
Of all my friends who have gone to therapy, I feel like you have been able to process and enact it the most eloquently of anyone I know.
Oh, well, thanks.
There's such a great moment in Drop in the City with you and Johnny where Johnny's stressing you out and you're like, I've been talking to my therapist about patience.
Yeah.
No, it was expressing my feelings.
Yeah, use your words or something.
Yeah, and you're like, so Johnny's making me anxious and I'm gonna go tell him. And you like go, it's so good.
That's what's up.
That's so funny.
And yo, you know, it's so dope. Just like, yo, like especially taking the notes from my therapist and applying it within the videos, and it comes off as funny, but like,
Well, it's funny, but it's charming. It's real. It's
yeah,
human.
yeah. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's always cool.
We were talking about like the special cocktail that makes a great on-camera talent within the context of the Try Guys world.
Interesting.
Because like we're, if you look at like other channels, like for Smosh, they're like theater kid energy, right? I want performers, and for Dropout, I want improvisers. What is our thing? And it's hard for me to articulate, but I know it when I see it, and it is just being funny, being naturally funny. Improv skill is appreciated, but a big part of it is emotional vulnerability. Being okay with sharing parts of yourself, and like also being okay with getting things wrong, and then being charming and compassionate and funny within that. But you've always done such a good job of like externalizing your internalized world.
I mean, you guys do the same thing too.
That's
you know
why,
that.
That's why we do that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly,
I think it's
yeah.
just that like when we were finding more people to build out our cast, that wasn't something we explicitly said we were looking for, but it's something that we found in the people that we wanted, right? Like it was like when we were getting people in, it must have been on our minds without us saying it, because those are the still attributes in all the people that we added in, you know?
Dope. Good
Yeah.
stories. It makes for good stories.
Yeah.
I mean, you any media you watch and you see yourself kind of reflected in it, it's like you're like, hopefully like you're helping someone.
And I think
by
it can be
being
hard
yourself.
for people to be emotionally vulnerable and put it out there.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully in us doing that, it helps people feel comfortable doing that themselves, or at least to their friend.
Yeah.
You don't
Like,
have to
and
do
also
it to
show
the
that-
world.
And also show that can be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like that can be like fun to like let people in on what's going on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What I'm curious, what are some favorite things that we've shot that are coming up?
Oh,
I mean, I know yesterday was like crazy.
yeah.
but
The zoo was like fantastic. I mean, I don't know
what
what
are the
was
types
on
of
the
videos
slate.
types of videos that you have enjoyed filming the most? Because I don't actually know. We throw you in all bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I think I'll think of it as from utilizing my production brain and just get into like weeds of things. The way you guys shoot in studio content is really impressive because I know it probably doesn't cost as much money as traveling, but it still has to be entertaining and it still has to like just have like some type of try guy thing to it. So like Trolley Problems is a dope video from a production stance. We're here. Here's a funny scenario and give me your best reaction. All right, we could shoot that video, right? And that video costs $100. Let's throw out a number there.
A little bit
But a lot more
It
than
costs
that.
$25.
Yeah. Or we can
How much
shoot
can a Trolley Problems cost, Michael? $9?
right. And then that video could be super successful. Or we can go on an ice glacier race with
Right, yeah.
you know what I mean, and travel and do it and have a really good time. And that video may do really good too, but may not do as good as like. But like,
You just never know, is the thing.
Yeah.
You can make a lot of educated guesses in digital media, but you never really know how well a video will do.
I want to go back to you, but I'll take this moment for natural transition that we have the new season of Trolley Problems right now on Second Try.
Second try news of the week.
It is such a good season. So we got Kwesi versus Ash in an episode that's either out this week or like in a week or two. I don't know. It's I don't have it in front of me. But we've got incredible episodes this season. We have a lot of the TriCast returning. Keith is paired up with Ryan Garcia and one of the
Oh my
most
gosh.
insanely funny. I tortured these men to no end.
Yeah.
Chance and Angela from Smosh, one of my favorite episodes that we've done. We got Jacob Wysockian with Miles.
Eric and Ryan Graham, like really great. And Kelsey and Joyce.
Yeah. The Garrick and Ryan episode, I think, is going to be the first one out. Super funny.
The funniest single moment in any of the Trolley Problems episodes I've seen is in that episode.
Yeah, we were watching it
Good.
in the drive back yesterday. And what was interesting is that Keith listened to it like a podcast
Yeah.
because he
Oh.
was driving.
Yeah.
And it was still funny.
It was still
Yeah.
very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've watched Trolley Problems as a podcast, prepping for this. I also, you guys recorded it recently and the office was roaring. Like I was in a different I was in a different room, so I didn't know what happened, but everybody was dying. So I'm
It is
excited.
so fun. And like, we actually have to plan the weeks accordingly because when we film Trolley Problems, basically our staff becomes a studio audience and they stop working. And even if you're like thinking like, oh, I'm going to work that day.
No, they start working and then they stop
then
working.
you
Yeah.
see some crazy shit going down and like, you know, you have Kwesi and Ash together. We did this. I'm just going to spoil a bit. I'm
Bust
just
it.
going to spoil one.
Yeah.
We did one of the questions early on was Kwesi had to choose between something or getting a cup of water thrown in his face every time he cursed. And then that became a runner rule for the entire episode. And this boy was soaking wet.
yeah, I curse a lot.
And it was funny every time. It got funnier every time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. So Trolley Problems is great. It's
Go subscribe, watch Trolley Problems.
Yep.
It's a
Yeah.
blast.
Yep.
If you're a listener of this podcast, it means you really love what we do, and we love having you, and we'd love to have you over on Second Try as well. We're making lots of really great stuff that doesn't always perform super well on YouTube, but having Second Try helps us make it. There's lots of great Kwesi James content over there.
He also got Kwesi in the next season of Escape the Kitchen.
oh yeah.
And I believe he's also the first episode of that's going to be coming out.
That's what's up.
And that's starting in February. So,
I hate riddles. Yeah, but like it's
But you're
yeah.
so good at
Yeah,
that
I know.
show.
I know, it's so fun.
Ugh.
It's weird. It's weird that like falling on your face, but you're having a good time.
Yeah.
And people are just along for the ride. And that
Our
is
guys right there.
that's so dope.
Yeah.
It's just so dope. Like, what a time.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Thank God for the internet.
Really.
You know what I mean?
Okay, before we get to the next segment, I'm actually curious what you guys think. What makes a good person?
That is a good question. What do
What
I think makes a good person? I like your answer, Kwesi. I think grace makes a really good person. But I think what's interesting about that is like having grace is actually what makes you good at tolerating bad people. At least for me, that's how I would see it. I think your answer is still very valid. It is. I think that is a good quality of person. I think being a good person would probably not only be tolerating the people who aren't necessarily perfect, but trying to make something about the world better. I don't think you have to make everything about the world better. I think that's impossible. But that could be, so you could be a good person if you're making the education system better, if you're making nature better, if you're making the people around you better. I think you need to be putting good out in the world to make other things better to be a good person.
I love that.
I guess if I think about a good person, I think about the difference between that and a bad person. So
Yeah.
like, okay, who do I think is a bad person? And I think what makes a good person is compassion and the ability to understand people and scenarios beyond yourself and your own lived experience. To be able to look at someone else and have care and feeling for them, and to try and understand what their life is like, to then process experiences through that lens.
Right.
I don't know though. I'm not actually actively thinking about. I guess good person is one of the things I'm thinking about when I. But I also how do I say this? Is someone a good person is just one of the factors I'm thinking about though when I surround myself with people. Like I want good people, and that is like a prerequisite. But I also want entertaining people. I want people that I think can. Like, listen is the wrong word, but engage with me on like whatever frequency I want, I engage on. Like that's one of the elements of what makes a good to be around person.
Yeah, maybe like I don't know if I certainly don't need my friends to be perfect. I don't even need them to be all the same level of good. I think I need them to be good enough. At times, because everyone's imperfect. Everyone has bad qualities.
Right. And it's subjective.
And I can get over people's bad qualities. Like one bad quality does not mean I can't be their friend. It means I don't like that quality in them. And that's fine to not like that quality. And
I got some tea.
I can address that. Or
You got some tea?
You got tea?
You have tea, Kwesi?
I got like a scenario. Like there's sorry, if I don't know if you're done.
please.
If you have tea, you
got
take
tea,
over.
gotta-
Oh, yeah.
gotta
Yeah.
spill out.
Anyone who has
Precedent.
tea, full permission to
Interrupt
take
always.
over the
Yeah.
show.
Because I was talking to my therapist about this too. It's like, I'm not gonna say any names.
Is it me?
No.
Is it Keith?
Is one of Courtney's friends
Is it Keith?
told her that
Is it Miles?
no. One of Courtney's friends.
Well, we're all her friends.
Oh yeah, you are. God. One of Courtney's friends, when we got engaged, was like, "I'm not happy for you." And I was just like, she told me that, and I was like, "Oh snap!" I was like, "Yo, you say less than that to me, and we're not friends anymore." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then,
crazy.
and
Is that he or she? Let's
She.
just say
She.
okay. I was trying to not talk about
She
she. She said that to Courtney.
in the face, the audacity.
I'm not happy for you.
She was in a part of her life, I guess, that she's not spreading happiness when people were happy.
She was
right?
not happy with herself, probably as well.
I mean,
why would you say
there's no
that?
other way. I know
Right.
the moxie for you to say that to me.
I get that.
To me, like,
I hear that.
Who am I to you for you to do that to me, man?
Kwesi
You know
just
what I
became
mean?
Italian for 1 second.
Yeah,
You get the
you know what I
Italian
mean?
hand.
It's like
the Moxie.
it's like you have that much disrespect for me, or not enough respect for me to say that to me. So that happened, and from that point, it was like, oh, that could still be your friend, Courtney, but that's not my friend anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's fair.
It's hard for me to trust this human being.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
And now I'm afraid, hey, because they're still friends, you go hang out with this person, and it's like, I don't.
Yeah.
Could you be their friend if they apologized?
Yes, but I still won't trust them.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's
And
what my
maybe
therapist said.
over time you could, but yeah, I think that's the issue. Is like if someone expresses remorse that I truly believe is real remorse for something they've done, I can actually get over something pretty quickly. But if they don't actually express that remorse, and it needs to be like real,
Yep.
not just saying sorry, but doing the things that a sorry person does, which is try to make it up to you.
Yeah.
It's not just to apologize is one thing, and apologies are great, but going that extra mile to really show like, hey, I made a mistake. What can I do positively to counteract the negativity rather than just say, I wish I hadn't done the negativity. Because that doesn't give me a positive.
That's a
that
gift.
just is trying to take away the negativity.
You have that gift.
But I mean, but that doesn't mean everybody does show
Word.
remorse, right? So I certainly have people I don't like and I haven't forgiven, but there's people I've forgiven because they have, or even if they haven't shown enough remorse, time has healed it and they have done other things that let me know that their good qualities have outweighed the one shitty thing they did.
Yeah, you can't put somebody's foot to the fire for that one thing they did as a human being.
Yeah.
But guess what? I did.
And that's fine.
And you know what? Everyone that loves this person, you guys are the ops too, bro. Your mom, your dad, anybody who loves you is the ops, bro. You on that side and I'm on that side. Therapy.
Boom.
Therapy helped me. It's like, hey, it doesn't have to be like that.
Sometimes it'd be like that, though.
Exactly. Sometimes
it'd be like
it's
that.
like that, bro.
I am realizing in this conversation that I hold grudges. And I'm like, because I'm thinking like,
Fuck that shit.
there are some people that have wronged me.
Yep.
And some justifiably I will hate forever. But then there are others where like, it's probably I could get over that. But like, I'm thinking of this dude from high school. I'm like, fuck that guy forever.
Word.
Fuck him forever.
Word.
I ain't letting that go. And
Depends
maybe
on the severity of
But
it.
also maybe it's because he hasn't apologized to me, will never apologize to me. But the fact that I'm still thinking about that actually is more on me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then
That's
I
your
watch
problem,
documentaries of like people getting wronged, but like that wronged helped them to somewhere in their life, in their journey, to make them either super successful or happier. Point in case, it's just I got in a film because this dude named Pootie in my neighborhood, who was a rough dude, wanted problems with me. And I was like, yo, we're going to bump into each other and this is going to be a real big problem, right? So instead of being outside all the time, I was like, man, I'll just stay home and chill because he was like about that.
I know this story. Yeah.
He was really about that. You know what I mean? And I was not. But I was like, yo, man, something has to happen where if we bump into each other, he's going to try to harm me.
Kwesi is not a fighter, but this kid was very clear.
Yeah.
This kid wants to fight.
Yeah, it was on. And not fight.
No,
hurt.
like
hurt me, right? So I was like, all right, cool. So let me, what can I do? So I stayed home and just like watched music videos, like all day, every day. And it became like, then the music video turned into commercials, right? Then I was like, oh snap, I think I should go to film school, dude.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Film school, boom, boom, life happens and all that stuff. But like for that person, Pootie, wherever he is, like was he a blessing, a guide to lead me into like the direction I wanted to be, which I wasn't thinking about or didn't think that like anything that was possible, So
Yeah, who knows?
yeah, so it's still it's less fu to him, but it's like it's half fu and like, dude, thank you for like helping me the trajectory of my career to like I can point this way and go after this,
Really interesting.
Yeah.
Life's strange,
Wow.
isn't it?
Dude,
Yeah.
super strange.
Every little experience
Yeah.
shapes you in some way.
Well, after that very deep thought,
I know. I'm like I could keep going with this thread, but I'm gonna. You said give you the rope, so I'm pulling this back up.
Yeah.
When was the last time you needed to go to a doctor, but you pushed it off? Maybe you made the excuse, I'm too busy, or it'll heal on its own, or I don't even know what doctor to go to. I have absolutely been there. I think we've all been there, because booking a doctor appointment can just feel so daunting. But thanks to ZocDoc, there's no reason to delay. They make it so easy to find and book a doctor who's right for you. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. We're talking about booking in-network appointments with more than 100,000 doctors across every specialty, from mental health health to dental health, primary care to urgent care, and more. Appointments made through ZocDoc also happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even score same-day appointments. I use this. You should too. It's just a great way to book your doctor's appointments. Stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/tryguys to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/tryguys, ZocDoc.com/tryguys. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. New Year is upon us. Every January brings you 365 and sometimes 366 blank pages waiting to be filled. What will you fill those pages with? Activities, dreams, goals, aspirations. Sometimes those come with worry, and sometimes it's good to hit those worries and those stresses head on with something like therapy. Therapy is a great tool to help you focus and get through difficult times, but also prepare and be ready to get through difficult times whenever they inevitably come. But these are tools that I have gained through therapy. There's lots of different tools you can get through it, and I really recommend therapy in general. BetterHelp is therapy, but it's entirely online. It is affordable, convenient, and it serves over 5 million people worldwide. You can access a diverse network of more than 30,000 credentialed therapists with a wide range of specialties, and you can easily switch therapists at any time at no extra cost. Write your story with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/tripod to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/tripod.
Okay, so we've got a fan favorite segment. So we're going to leave some Yelp reviews.
Oh.
So I'm going to give you some places.
Okay.
And by the way, this is a fan favorite.
This is a fan favorite.
Yeah, they love it.
So we're going to give 1 out of 5 stars and just like what we think about it. So starting off, Bachelor party weekends.
5 stars.
5 stars.
Oh, yeah. 5 stars. A bachelor party weekend. So also
They're rare, first of all.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You only get so many in your life, and you don't know when the last one is.
Whoa, true.
That's a great point.
You know?
I think we're also thinking about it through the lens of Nerd Boy Bachelor Weekend as opposed to
Yeah.
let's get fucked up.
Yeah.
We are rent a cabin, do goofy drugs, bring instruments, play video games.
Yeah.
To me, Bachelor Weekend is a carve out a period of time with your best friends and be idiots, idiot children.
Play
with
video games, be out in nature.
Yeah.
And there's something to like be with your boys.
Be with your boys
And be with one of your most important life boys, other important life boys of their life.
That
Yeah.
is super
Sometimes
fun.
you're going to a bachelor party and like you actually meet people there.
Yeah.
So like, well, that's really interesting because I'm obviously one of this person's closest friends.
Yeah.
But I don't know all their close friends.
Uh-huh.
So I get an opportunity to meet all these other people that have shaped this person and
Yeah.
this person shaped them. And odds are
Yeah.
you're friends with them too because
Yeah.
they're going to have a similarity.
I
There's
mean,
gonna
if
be
I'm
something that
if I'm
vibes
one of
with
his
you.
best friends, he probably has pretty good taste.
Yeah, he probably has people that are like me
And there's gonna be
or
other-
like him, and I like those two people.
I never been to one, never had one.
You never been to one?
Never been to one, never had a
We gotta have one. For
never
you.
had a bachelor party.
Quasi,
never
Crazy.
been-
Can we
This
do
is an
one?
opportunity.
We could. We could.
What would be Kwesi's dream bachelor party? What do you think that experience is?
All right, so for nostalgia,
Yeah.
let's get some StarCraft popping.
Hell yeah.
No shit.
That's
Fuck
serious.
yeah.
Get some StarCraft popping.
yeah.
If you want to go with some nurses, just some StarCraft popping.
You're a StarCraft kid.
Yeah. I want to, let's go drive some Porsches on like that track somewhere down there.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I mean-
That's fun.
Let's do a discovery flight. Yeah, another let's go.
You're out of your mind.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do a discovery
How
flight.
much money do you think
Yeah,
we have?
yeah.
You're racing Porsches.
Yeah, it's a
First off,
discovery flight.
video game.
Yeah.
Second, Porsches.
Yeah.
Third, airplanes.
Yeah.
Flying a plane's not that expensive.
Yeah.
It is after the Porsche race.
Porsche is more
Well, you could
expensive.
drive the Porsche to the airport,
Okay.
and then we all fly a plane.
No, the Porsche got to be on a track.
Okay.
You got to race the Porsches.
So rent a track.
No, they come. The Porsches come with a track.
Do they?
It's a thing.
Oh,
Buy one
wow.
track, get a Porsche free.
wow.
No,
You've done the research. I'm down.
Yeah.
We did a weed dinner at my bachelor party,
Yeah.
and that was sick.
So much fun.
Weed match with the dinner, or
The food
the
was
dinner was
dosed.
weed.
And they basically were like playing you, like they basically kept you perfectly high the whole dinner.
That's what's up.
It was
Damn,
awesome.
I wasn't invited. But what else would I do?
That was a mistake, honestly. I don't know what he was thinking.
What else?
Yeah, you would have
Yeah.
done swimmingly well during that.
Yeah, you would have had a great time.
Yeah, and it's chill. Yeah, it's chill. Yeah. Go paintballing in like
You
some
like
type
paintball?
of wood. Not really, but
I'm
in
so
some
scared of paintball.
some wooded area.
Oh.
Yeah, like
okay.
that has facade homes and things like that, and like it's kind of like
Yeah.
Call of Duty in real life.
I've never paintballed.
It's cool.
It hurts, right?
Yeah, it does hurt.
Yeah, I'm afraid of that part.
Yeah.
So bad.
Not too bad, but you feel it like, oh, I'm done. All right, cool. I gotta like you're out when
Yeah.
you get hit. Yeah, some type of paintballing thing. Yeah, and throughout the podcast, I'll think of other things.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
this is a fucking good weekend.
Yeah.
Next one. So 5 stars for Bachelor.
Do we? So do we just like surprise Kwesi? Is that a video? We surprise Kwesi.
They're literally thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Surprising.
I never had one. That'd be great. Never been to one either.
I mean, I'm sorry that we weren't closer at the time that
Yeah.
I
It's all
got married
good.
because I would have loved to have had you there.
I had a cap on mine.
Let's throw me another one.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Let's throw Keith in
Let's
that.
do the same exact thing you did.
Let's do it again.
And just with Kwesi.
One more ride.
Yeah.
No, I wanted something different.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I watched that before I even worked here.
It's a
I
crazy
watched
video. It was a crazy
Bachelor
fucking
We
video.
kind of did like a baby bachelor party for you.
Yeah.
It was like your bachelor party.
Yeah, I did a little bachelor party. It was just like a little
Oh.
like Airbnb hangout in a cool
Aw.
spot sort of thing for a weekend.
That's cute.
One of my favorite memories of that weekend is, unsurprisingly, we were high, and one guy was like, "So Keith, you're about to be a dad," and Keith's like, "Yeah, Like this is like as we're playing with synthesizers, and he's like, "So you're just like your life is gonna change forever." And he's like, "Yeah, this is the thing. I'm not trying to think about this right now.
Yeah, not today though, right?
Like I don't
Today
know.
I'm just sort of touching these buttons that make goofy,
What are you doing, dude? Like-
goofy sounds.
We're clearly just like partying and
snap.
hanging. That was not the time."
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is the moment when your teacher tells you to pair up in high school for a group project.
Oh, that's that can be a real 1 to 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if I'm sitting next to my best friend, 5.
5.
You're gonna
Hands up in the air
You
immediately.
literally look at each other, high five.
Yeah.
If you're sitting next to, you're in a class where you don't really like anyone, 1, 0.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give you one worse. Your besties, plural,
No.
are across the room. You're next to someone who's like kind of weird, and they turn to you and are like, "So, what do you think? Do you want to buddy up?" And you're like, "Yeah, no, I just need to. Because actually, I see. I'll be right back, and I'm gonna go over there."
Oh my gosh, it's giving me anxiety.
And I'm gonna just real quick, and then actually you go and your best friend's like, "Oh,
well, we already
sorry,
did
no, we
this."
already." It's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Ah, damn.
Okay, no, I gotta go back there. And then you kind of circle back and you're like looking around and you're trying to see. And then finally you're like, all right,
Yeah.
here we go.
Or even worse, it could be, you have a little tripod friendship where there's 3 of you.
Oh yeah.
And your 2 other friends.
Oof.
Or they're in survival mode too. They're just trying to not
And
be the
they're
last
closer.
one.
They're like, sorry, fuck Keith, fuck you.
Yeah.
And they're like, fuck.
Brutal.
I think there's something funny about Zach in high school at a group project. Like I cannot picture you like studying for a test, really.
Oh, I was smart.
Yeah.
Smart boy.
Okay.
I was okay.
You didn't have to study.
No, I studied.
Okay.
I was a decent student. I was good at in college. I was really good at writing papers. All my friends struggled with it. They all would they would all take Adderall to stay up all and freak out and panic. And I had the ability to just like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna write a paper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
raw
I
dog.
also was, and I wasn't really a good writer, but I was able to always do that without having to panic write it the night before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was able to find time to slowly write it over the course of a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, throughout all my grades, all my good friends were really smart on purpose because it's like I would just cheat. Yeah,
And
seriously.
I would let you.
Yeah. And then like
Yeah.
we'll find a way, like either a Morse code or they try to switch it up on you by like each standardized test. They'll have like A, B, C, or D.
And it's
So
so
they'll
different.
switch it up in each
Mhm.
class. Like, hey, just tell me what letter you have, and we'll Morse code it, and I'll just put down if you have test A, I have test A. And then we'll get through school like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Did
So
you ever get caught?
yeah, a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, a few times, but hey,
Hey,
it's part of the game.
You're not alone here. I also cheated in high
Yeah.
school.
So hard
But
to
differently. I just I cheated in the classes that I didn't respect.
Yeah, what are those?
Yeah, which
well,
ones?
I just I'm joking when I say I didn't respect. I stupidly thought that I only needed to be good at English and storytelling because I was like, well, I'm gonna make movies. That's all I need to. And I think that is wrong. Like, you want to be a well-rounded person. But there was certain homeworks I didn't like. Okay, here's the most way I cheated. First of all, I definitely cheated in Spanish class. I would sometimes write a little guide that I would to cross-reference if I couldn't remember like a verb conjugation, which has really bit me in the ass because I now have a wife who's fluent in Spanish. So I really wish I hadn't. That one, shame on me.
Yeah.
But I had a math teacher who made us do homework in these we would fold a piece of paper and then make these booklets, and we had to write at the top like a key for whatever. And then at the beginning of every class, we would pass the homework up, and he would look to see yes, you did this thing, you did that, and then pass it back. So one day I forgot my homework. I was like, gosh, I just didn't do it. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to erase the top, change the date, change the homework key, put it up. And he did not notice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, that's
life hack.
rough because
Yep.
I'm clearly going to do that a lot.
Critical thinking.
That's a bummer for all of us because you just taught me that I can get away with this.
Oh.
And so I don't know how many times I did homework the rest of the year, but it was not a lot.
But
And
you
I
did learn something.
I learned.
Yeah, critical thinking
I-
and planning.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But it's just if that's the tough thing about it. If you don't care, then I can't care.
Word.
Right.
And I did fine on the tests.
Yeah.
There you go. Then you
That is
learned.
very true.
Yeah.
And you were learning it.
5 stars pairing up.
You loved it.
Yeah, just do it.
Let's do it. I feel like you'd be good at that, at navigating that.
I
Yeah,
feel like they
yeah.
go, all right, we're gonna pair up. Kwesi goes, boom! Gets up, stands up, starts the bidding for himself.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay, a roller coaster where you're not entirely sure if it's engineered correctly.
Ooh.
I guess one.
Oh, that's kind of thrilling.
That
There's
is
something
thrilling.
kind of
No,
exciting about
I
it.
like thrill rides that are safe.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking of the wooden coasters.
Yes.
I'm always just how is this standing up?
Yeah.
I mean, all of them. I don't know how. I don't
All of
actually
them.
know how they're standing up, but I know that they are.
That's a good 4.
That's good. Okay, 4.
Yeah,
Solid
yeah,
4.
yeah.
That's
It's
high.
just playing with your life like that. It's just thrilling.
No.
Yeah.
Skydiving, all that
No,
type of
none of
things.
that.
Roller coaster. I always check to see if it's unlocked. It's and I imagine my harness will come off in a roller coaster, and how would I hold on?
Yeah.
You
Well, we all have.
yeah.
We all have this. Okay, how am I going to survive when something goes wrong?
Yeah.
There's a rumor that Universal wants to create Oz, a wicked land.
Oh,
Which would be sick.
I love that.
Be
And
fun.
so I saw yesterday someone synced up the Hulk Incredicoaster to Breaking Free.
Defying
it's not-
Gravity.
Yeah, Defying Gravity.
Yeah.
That'd be funnier if it was High School Musical and Oz.
Breaking free.
Yeah.
So honestly, a great song for a roller coaster. If I'm being quite honest. Soaring over California will be a new coaster. It will change instead of the other Soarin' that's a motion theater ride. They'll make
There's
a-
not a star in heaven. Yeah, but seeing Defying Gravity synced up to the Incredicoaster was thrilling.
That would be fun.
Yeah, and then it shot you up.
Yeah.
So if you care to fly
Oh,
me.
that'd be sick as
And it's
fuck.
because the Incredicoaster, you're in this tunnel. It's
Yeah.
the Hulk one.
It
So
shoots you out like a cannon.
and boosh. So you're it's me. And then you see the electricity crackle, and then it shoots you. And when
Oh
it
my
says,
gosh.
"So if you care to find me," you're the sunlight is
That's
so
dope.
bright in your face, and then it says, "Look to the western sky," and then it rips left,
Oh.
and you're just soaring like
Yeah,
a
you
witch
gotta
for the
send
first
that to
time.
me because I love watching.
It was pretty sick.
love watching roller coaster footage on TikTok.
The two most monkey brain things that hit me online is anytime it's a POV of a roller coaster,
Yep.
I will stop what I'm doing and I watch it.
And water slides. And water slides.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, there's some sick ass water slides out in this world. Now, I don't actually want to go on water slides, but I want to ride them on my phone.
What? I had no idea. Expediter at a restaurant for me, POV.
That's insane.
POV?
What a miserable experience.
Fun.
Being overwhelmed.
Yep. Yeah. Pull a ticket. Blap, 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 blap. Check. Bloop, bloop, zip, zip, zip. That's why on that food,
Food truck.
I was talking so much because I was I was living my dream.
You were
dude.
not a good expediter. It requires very specific reading comprehension skills, which I know you don't have the best. It's not your fault.
That's all good.
But not the best job for you.
No, living a dream, dude. I was like, I was talking it. I was like, yeah, dude, it's fine. It's my turn. Yeah.
Do you get, I'm curious, the other monkey brain thing that I know Keith and I share is marble races.
Oh.
And it will start with like 8 balls of different colors. And it's
Pick
like,
a color.
pick it. And I'm like,
Green.
blue. And then you like, and actually I think they're engineered in a way because there's always like one ball that like acts a little stupid before they start. And then you go in the comments, everyone's like, wow, that's crazy. I picked purple and it won. It's like, man, we're getting played.
Oh my God.
But-
I didn't know that exists.
Yeah, but then they like let them go and they just go down these crazy
Then they pass
contraptions.
each other, and then one gets hung up. Oh, it's thrilling. Sometimes
Oh.
it's on sand.
The closest thing to that is the domino falling.
Those are cool too.
And it's just like massive. Yeah.
Yeah.
That though, I think that like the marble racing is drama,
High stakes.
high stakes, whereas the dominoes, I actually think it's like common
Satisfaction.
order, satisfaction. It's like seeing things click into place.
Transformation.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Okay.
Shit.
Let's see.
Which actually, I wonder if the expediter is too. It's like you're turning chaos into calm.
It's so freaking impressive how they figured things out, and it's like so much chaos. I specifically watch Expediter on like rush hour, like when it's packed and tickets are coming in, and it's yes chef, yes chef, yes chef. It's like
You gotta
oh!
send me one. I got
It's
it.
so
Please
good.
send it to us. I
Yeah.
can't even imagine how this could be a video.
It's
Yeah,
so
I do
good.
not- we'll put it in the episode description.
All right, for sure.
Yeah, you'll send it to
It's a
me.
specific restaurant. Watch it all the time.
Hell yeah.
yeah.
The last one, Museum of Natural History.
Oh, in New York?
No, just in general. All
Oh,
of
any
us.
museum of natural history.
Well,
Any
let's-
history. A history,
A history museum.
Well,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
gonna give it up to the Museum of Natural History in New York, and that's a 5 out of 5.
Is it?
Dinosaur bones?
Oh, that one?
You didn't do field trips?
Nah, not there. We did the Statue of Liberty and stuff.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I love the Museum of Natural History. It is the one in New York is an excellent museum.
Yeah.
I love seeing the dinosaur bones. I love the little Egypt area too.
On the
Oh,
west
yeah.
side, right?
Yeah, West Side, right on the park.
Yeah.
I passed the building a bunch. I never really went in.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, I would love to go.
I made Maggie go with me on one of our like first couple
Mhm.
trips to New York, and she's like, "What are we doing?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Trust me, it's gonna be sick."
Big city history museums rock. I mean, Chicago's museums are incredible.
Yeah.
Field Museum is our history museum. Also,
Yeah.
big ass dinosaur right when you walk in the main hall.
Love
Yeah.
Hell
that.
yeah, let's fucking go.
Oh, love it. Dope.
Big
dope,
ass
yeah.
dinosaur.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
don't be there at night.
Oh, that's right. And we
exhibits.
learned that at night at the museum.
Things get crazy.
Yeah.
yeah, it gets wonky.
Okay, so for our advice segment, usually we have a different host who does advice, but since he's not here, I want you to advise people what you order from these places. So we're gonna do a speed round.
Let's
Ooh,
go.
And this is just crazy.
Yeah. Well, actually,
And if you have
No.
bonus
That's okay.
advice
You know what?
that you
That's
want to
good.
give at the end,
Yeah.
I'm okay
Got
with it
that
being
right?
just crazy.
or do you want? I
I want to know what Kwesi thinks. of
Okay.
these
it's
places.
advice that'll go for
Kwesi.
Kwesi.
Okay. Panda Express.
Never ordered from Panda Express. Probably I was in high school. Don't remember. My father-in-law loves Panda Express. He gets chow mein, and like, yes, I don't know.
It's advice that'll go for Kwesi.
This is
Don't-
gonna happen all the time.
Maybe.
Did I say something?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
What the fuck is going on?
Dunkin' Donuts.
Ooh, plain regular old donut. And if I'm really being spicy, a glazed regular degular donut.
I'm
That's
with you,
what
Kwesi.
Keith does.
That's
No way.
me, baby.
Not plain.
Yeah, plain.
It's advice that'll go for Kwesi.
Oh my gosh, Keith.
Yeah.
Yogurtland.
Peanut butter,
Uh-huh.
butter,
Yogurt.
yogurt, probably chocolate chip if I'm feeling froggy, and a pecan.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
And it's all separated. They don't touch. They never touch.
Like they're in different bowls.
different bowls would be great, but it's just only everyone's in their own spot.
Oh, I
There's
see.
no
I see.
cornering around one, but everyone's in
I
their own
see.
spot. Yeah, they never fucking touch.
Advice
Advice
that'll
that'll
go for
Kwesi. Taco Bell.
Oh, I don't mess with Taco Bell.
Advice that'll go for Kwesi.
Yeah.
Last one, Wendy's.
Oh, we spoke about this. The junior bacon cheeseburger. I haven't ordered that since I was in college, but that shit slaps.
It's so good.
For the price.
Fucking value menu.
Oh,
Best.
with some fries. Yo, fries if you got a little bit more extra money. Because the Wendy's fries, don't sleep on Wendy's
They're
fries.
terrible. What are you talking about? Worst fries in the game.
They're the driest and best fries ever.
I guess maybe.
Best fries
Now I understand.
ever.
Now I understand.
Oh my
Your
gosh,
hard-boiled
you just-
egg.
Oh, they're so good. yeah.
Dad, the Wendy's chicken sandwich.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, everyone loves a Wendy's chicken sandwich. They were the first chicken sandwich place. Then Popeyes and
Oh.
then came in and blew up. I mean that like burger place that had a really good fried chicken sandwich
Oh, I see.
and
I
a
see.
spicy fried chicken sandwich.
And I heard Wendy's really like get it in on Twitter.
They really get
Back
it in.
days. Yeah. Like they were like talking shit about McDonald's and stuff, like joking on them
They're
and
funny.
trolling them.
Yeah.
Whoever's
get
running
it.
their socials was doing really well.
Quality is our recipe LLC.
No, I'm talking
Is
about-
the name of the business that owns Wendy's.
Oh wow.
Quality is our recipe
we
LLC.
we drove down to San Diego, and I got into the car, and Keith was in the middle of a podcast about the history of Taco Bell.
I was giving
but he
the
was
podcast.
giving it.
yeah.
And then I got in the car, and it was like, "Hey Zach," and then right back to it, and there was no like.
yeah.
Hey, what's up, Zach? How you been? How'd Trolley Problems go today? Like, there was no. It was like I just sat in the back while Keith was giving a TED talk.
The oral history of Taco Bell.
I was like, oh no way. It was like he was dropping some gems.
I guess it'll probably come out in January or February, but I've been making this big Taco Bell video that's sort of like a eating through the history of Taco Bell. And so I've learned a lot about Taco Bell.
Oh.
It's got an interesting story.
yeah.
And if you want to hear about it, drive with Keith.
Maybe I'll tell you sometime in the car.
In the car.
All right. Well, before we do our theme song, do you have any advice? Any advice from the from Kwesi, from Zach, Keith?
Advice for what?
from your heart. Advice
your heart.
for advice
For
for
the people.
people
I already
listening.
dropped that in the beginning.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I'm not going back down deep anymore.
Okay,
Zach
what
already
about
pulled me up.
What about a
Bro.
not deep piece of advice?
Drink water if you can find it. It's really important.
If you can find it.
If you can find it. Not everybody is access to clean water. You should always be grateful. Always be grateful that you have a toilet. Never forget. There's mad people in the world who don't have toilets, and because of that, there's preventable sicknesses that happens because of open drains and shit. No matter what, you're having a shitty day, go in your toilet, take a shit, and just be so fucking thankful you can flush it and it just goes away.
That's true.
Yeah.
And when you get that bidet, you go,
See,
thank you,
but
Lord.
days are a whole nother level now. That's just like, damn, I'm balling out of control because there's water shooting up my ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I put that on facts.
All right, Keith, can you hit us with the official Tripod theme song?
I'm sorry this episode started about farting, 'cause halfway through the show it got really interesting. But if you were dissuaded by all the gaseous comments, we apologize. And thanks for listening to The Tripod.
Have a good ass week.
That's what's up.